Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining me for day 56 of Take a Journey with Me. I'm going to be sharing something with you about loss. This is part one of two parts. Um, I hope it resonates with you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and maybe how you deal with loss and have dealt with loss. A few little passages Revelation 21, verse 4. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Romans 8, verse 18. I consider that our present sufferings are not worth comparing with the glory that will be revealed in us. And lastly, Psalms 34, verse 18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Thanks be to the Lord. Amen. So, about loss. When I was in the midst of the losses, I was typically numb. Even the more recent losses, I have realized this about myself. I'm no longer numb to my past, nor allowing the sadness of my past experiences to control me. However, I have noticed my not being able to properly feel the emotions of those that I have lost over the years, for fear of not being able to reel them back in. At times I felt as I kept a record of my losses, and other times I have been to the extreme of my numbness that I had no idea of the level of loss around me. Trying to find a balance is certainly a goal of mine. With PTSD, I have not been the best at regulating my emotions in the past. Excuse me. I have done my very best at not allowing others to get close to me emotionally, most especially anyone new in my life or those whom I would regularly communicate with my losses with. I've experienced many levels of grief and loss throughout my life, as many of us have. After the many suicide attempts, I learned that was not the route to deal with my problems. Sure, thoughts linger as a chronic thorn in my side. I've said before and before, I've learned to say never, because I was setting myself up for failure. Therefore, I put on that full armor of God daily to help me through these unfortunate regular thoughts. I have become numb to those whom I have lost, from death and family breakups, and to the point that I no longer allow people to truly get close to me. I am part of a large family system and have many friends, but I allow very few people to get close to me. I've been realizing this over the last decade, but have made excuses that due to my PTSD and cognitive learning issues as to my not letting others near me in my life. I know this excuse can no longer work, so what do I do now? I'm not sad. I know this is my reality and accept that I need to do something about it. When younger and when all the losses began happening in my life, I began numbing out. I have personally learned that the whole fight, flight, freeze is not just from traumatic events, but also from the losses throughout my life. This has caused many memory issues for me over the years. I was unable to understand this process until going to a PTSD retreat program for female veterans. I also realized those were the backbone of my acting out much of my young adult life. This led me to remember my undergraduate school days and wonder how I passed and graduated, because I did very little real studying and way too much acting out, while also being involved in many on campus activities and student organizations. I was too lost in my thoughts to live otherwise, overscheduling my life so as not to be alone in my thoughts. My grades were good overall when I was at Gardner Webb for my master's, but I still did not allow myself to bring others into my life. This is not only regarding a male counterpart relationship, but also regarding close friends. And logically, it is not a bad thing necessarily to protect myself from the outside distractions which could interfere my doing well at school, from my having any opportunity to go back how I was, even remotely. How has loss affected you over your life? Have you let it control you? Have you taken time to really sink in what you're going through? Know that if you give God your pain, He will help you through day by day. It's not easy. Let Him in, let Him help you. I'll talk to you more about this tomorrow, and I hope you have a blessed rest of the day. Bye bye.